In order to temper chocolate at home, you'll need to get yourself a good quality microwave proof bowl. You'll need a microwave and you'll need a spatula and thermometer, and also a good quality chocolate callet with which to make the tempered chocolate. Begin by measuring out a given amount of chocolate. In this example, we're going to melt 500 grams of good quality white Carabao chocolate. Start by putting that in the microwave on full power for 1 minute, and then in a separate container you want to measure out 17.5% of additional callets. This is going to act as the seed chocolate to allow it to temper perfectly. So in this example that's going to be 87.5 grams of white chocolate, and set that to one side. After the minute is up, remove the chocolate and give it a good stir before putting it back in and continuing that process for another minute. Again, remove the callets after a minute and make sure that you give them a really good stir. It's important to make sure you do this as it stops them getting too hot in any one particular spot in the bowl. Make sure that you repeat this process every minute until the callets really start to melt. When you get to the point where the callets really look like they're starting to melt and you're getting much more of a runny chocolate mixture, it's important to keep the process going but to reduce the amount of time. So instead of doing it every minute, we're going to start reducing that time down to 30 seconds. When the callets are fully melted and dissolved into the mixture, we want to take our first temperature reading. What this will do is it'll allow us to gauge exactly what temperature the chocolate's at, and it'll probably be somewhere between 35 and 40 degrees. Then what we want to do is to replace the chocolate back into the microwave, but this time on 15-second bursts to slowly increment the temperature of the chocolate as we don't want it getting too hot. Repeat this process each time, taking a temperature reading and ensuring that the chocolate has not yet reached 44 degrees. This is the magic point, and then as we get closer, reduce that time down from 15 to 10 to eventually 5 seconds. So eventually, when the microwave has finished tempering for the last time, we're going to take a final reading and ensure that our chocolate is as close to 44 degrees centigrade as possible, trying to make sure that it doesn't go above this temperature. Once it's at 44 degrees, give it one final good stir, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add in what we call the seed chocolate. That's 17.5%, and we're going to give that a really good stir and mix that in. What we want to do is we want to make sure that all the callets are properly mixed in, and then what we're going to do is we're going to set that to one side and allow the warmth of the chocolate to melt those callets and for the callets to help bring down that temperature. Ensure that you periodically stir the chocolate, making sure that those callets are fully melted all the way through and you've got a nice runny consistent chocolate. Make sure that you take regular temperature readings. We're looking to get the chocolate down to 30 degrees centigrade. This is the perfect temperature with which to work with the transfer sheets. Once it's down to 30 degrees, you want to transfer the chocolate from the bowl and put it into a jug, as it will make it much easier to work with. And there we have perfectly tempered chocolate.